The upcoming standalone episode of Coronation Street is shaping up to be one of the most harrowing hours the soap has ever delivered, and one that may prove deeply uncomfortable viewing for many. ITV has released an early teaser for the special installment, which places Todd Grimshaw and Theo Silverton firmly under the spotlight as their increasingly disturbing relationship reaches a devastating turning point. The pair have dominated recent storylines as the show tackles the brutal reality of domestic abuse within a same-sex relationship, and the violence has escalated at an alarming pace. Recent episodes shocked viewers with scenes of Theo slamming Todd's head into a mirror, followed by a chilling hospital sequence in which Theo expertly manipulated events, persuading Todd that the assault was somehow his own fault. Further distressing moments have since shown Theo humiliating Todd by forcing food into his mouth and even pouring a bottle of milk over him, moments that underline the systematic degradation at the heart of the abuse. As Todd's ordeal intensifies, the forthcoming episode, airing on Monday, December 15, opens with police arriving on the cobbles following a report of a domestic disturbance. What unfolds is a bold and unsettling narrative experiment. The entire episode is presented through fragmented visual perspectives, including Todd's hidden recording device, CCTV footage, dash cams, doorbell cameras and police body-worn cameras. Flashbacks gradually reconstruct what truly happened inside the apartment, leaving viewers to piece together the horrifying reality alongside the authorities. The central question looms large: will Theo's violence finally be exposed? Director Matt Hilton, who helmed the groundbreaking installment, described the approach as both daring and deliberately invasive. It felt like a bold concept, telling the story in such an intimate, intrusive way that I hadn't seen done before, he explained. As someone who enjoys true crime formats, I immediately saw how it could work if handled carefully. The aim was to create something compelling, but also deeply uncomfortable. Gareth Pierce, who plays Todd, reflected on the unique challenges of filming the episode. We were constantly adapting our performances to the style as we went along, so it became a shared experiment across every department, he said. I thought the technique might distance us from the characters, but it does the opposite. It draws you in uncomfortably close, like you're eavesdropping on moments you're not meant to see. I haven't watched the full episode yet, but what I've seen is incredibly powerful and unsettling. Throughout the storyline, Coronation Street has worked closely with charities Stonewall and Gallup to ensure authenticity and sensitivity. James Cartwright, who portrays Theo, emphasized the responsibility that came with the plot. Domestic abuse is a reality for so many people, and incidents often rise around Christmas, he said. We had to balance drama with truth and respect. It will be extremely difficult viewing for anyone who has lived through something similar, but rushing this story would risk misrepresenting those experiences. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the cobbles, another explosive storyline appears to be heading toward a dramatic conclusion, and fans are increasingly convinced that Carla Connor's exit from the show is imminent. Viewers have taken to social media expressing exhaustion over Becky Swain's relentless chaos following her sensational return from the dead. The former police officer resurfaced earlier this year after being presumed killed in action 4 years ago, only for it to emerge that she had been hiding in Spain amid a corrupt police cover-up. Since then, tensions have spiraled. Lisa Swain and Carla purchased Number 6 together with Lisa's daughter Betsy, and their relationship quickly captured viewers' hearts, going viral online under the nickname Swirler. But Becky has been determined to reclaim her place in Lisa's life, ultimately contributing to Carla ending the relationship, despite all three women continuing to share the same house. Becky later moved herself in, claiming a criminal gang was targeting her. It was eventually revealed that Lisa's superior, Costello, orchestrated the original cover-up, before being brutally attacked and left in intensive care. Becky failed in her attempt to finish him off, and in a recent episode Carla finally snapped when Becky attempted to organize Christmas with Lisa as though nothing had happened. While Carla was at work, Kit Green arrived at Number 6 with startling news. He had heard that Costello was planning to retire. Becky reacted with visible alarm, questioning how he could know. Kit revealed he had overheard Costello's wife and daughter discussing it at the hospital, and suggested the timing of the retirement aligned suspiciously with Becky's sudden return. When Kit later relayed the information to Carla, who was numbing her stress with alcohol, she began to piece the puzzle together. The possibility that Becky and Costello had been working together left her reeling. Confrontations quickly followed. Becky warned Carla to stay away from number 6, dismissing her protests of ownership and suggesting she jet off to the Canaries to get over the breakup. Though Carla reluctantly agreed, she instead headed straight to the hospital, determined to confront an unconscious Costello. When he briefly stirred, Carla pleaded for answers. "I'm convinced Becky Swain attacked you," she told him, and to her horror, he nodded in confirmation. When she pressed for proof, he muttered the cryptic words, "Hill," before slipping back into unconsciousness, all while Kit quietly observed from the doorway. Later, as Carla attempted to decipher Costello's barely audible mumblings, "Hill and rhubarb," Kit urged caution, but Carla was convinced it all led back to Becky. Ultimately, emotionally drained, she told Kit to continue the investigation without her. Fans flooded social media with reactions as the truth edged closer to the surface. "This is painful to watch," one viewer wrote. "Lisa is completely disengaged and Carla is fighting everything alone, again." Another declared, "Becky's days are numbered. I cannot wait to see her exposed." Others were outraged by Becky ordering Carla to stay away from a house she owns, questioning how Lisa could possibly believe Carla would leave the country without a word. In the final moments, Carla confronted Becky once more, vowing she would not back down. "I'm incredibly stubborn," she warned. "And I will uncover exactly who you are and what you've done." Yet even after Costello again confirmed Becky's guilt, Carla walked away, exhausted and defeated. Is this truly the end for Carla and Lisa, or merely the calm before Becky's inevitable downfall? Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes available to stream on ITVX.